How are you? I am aiming this AC down a little bit. It is getting a little warm. It is 95 degrees outside in the shade, and it is the hottest part of the day has already come and gone. David C. Baker Jr., hello. And we're getting ready for the afternoon show here. That looks like a notification. Hey, I got a notification that I'm live. That is really good to see. I love to see that. I've got really good news. I just got off the phone with my mom, and she sounds fantastic on the phone. No congestion, no sneezing, no coughing, no sniffling, none of that. And she said she's feeling good. She's feeling better. And that she's got her sense of smell back. And she can taste her food, and she can smell. And she might be one of those people that doesn't really get affected by COVID like so many other people do. So we're just gonna wait and stay hopeful for her, and I'll stay in touch with her. I'll call her every day and make sure how she's doing. Interesting. I had sent my mom some oil about a month ago, back in July, and I didn't tell her because it was a surprise. I was sending her an 8-ounce jar. I think it was an 8-ounce jar. Could have been 16. Either way, she never got it, man. So I checked the tracking on it, and the tracking just stops. It leaves San Francisco, and then there's a scan, and it says in transit delayed, and then nothing from a month ago. So it still might arrive, but it's still fucked up, man. It's fucked up when you want to send your mom something nice, and then she doesn't get it, and you don't know. You just assume she never thanked you for it. Oh, you got that and you never said thank you? No, she never got it. I forgot I sent it to her, in fact. She said, I'm almost out of oil. I'm like, oh, I think I sent you some like a month ago. She's like, it never came. Oh. So, yes. So I wanted to talk about my mom because moms come first, always. But, I'm so excited because I went ahead. You guys saw me. I started working on my amplifier earlier today. And that the whole bias adjustment thing, it wasn't really doing it for me. I mean, I think I got it to 50 millivolts, but I'm not sure. All I did was dial it back into the center. I mean, it can only go to 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and then it's in the center. I just put it back in the center. And, then I plugged my guitar into my amplifier. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm going to spend a lot of time playing my guitar. I'm not, so don't run off. But I know you guys hate that shit. I am going to let you hear what this amplifier sounds like now, so you guys can see the difference putting the new tubes in made. And let me tell you something. It improved it on so many levels. It's hard to just start listing them all, but I'm gonna tell you how this has improved my sound. Number one, there's no more distortion on my clear notes. I used to think it's like it happens over time. You get this amplifier, it sounds perfect. And over time, the tubes start going south on you, but it takes a long time. So your sound starts decaying very slowly. And you don't notice it. It's kind of like as you age, and somebody hasn't seen you a long time, they're like, oh, man, you got gray hair now. You're like, what? Really? I see myself every day. I haven't really noticed. Hey, James. Anyhow, you guys might... When I sit over here, most of that sound goes away. But check this out. Hear that little buzz? Hold on a second. the super clean sound now. Let me turn the reverb off. Listen to this. Do you guys hear how clean that sounds? The notes are so undistorted and clean. I don't understand. Before, I had no noise, and now there's background noise on it. And the amp was sitting over here. It's where the amp was sitting. Right? Hear that noise? That noise wasn't there before. It was totally clean. I thought it was the tubes. But it's there now. Huh. Let me see. There is some kind of a ground issue. That is so funny because it was perfectly clean before. Wow. Let me work on this a second. Huh, that hum, man, that hum was gone. But listen to the clarity of the chords. You can hear all the notes now. And no distortion. That's my volume all the way up. Now, here's the distorted sound. It sounds amazing. It's funny is it sounds different than it did before. Maybe that's because I'd warmed the tubes up, and once this thing warms up, it'll sound better. But it really has amazingly improved the tone, and my ability to form chords has improved because I can hear everything so much better now. And I realize it's not been my fingering, it has been the goddamn tubes going out, that volume dropping, going in and out, and thinking it's my playing and I'm not fingering the notes right and all that. Oh, bro, I as soon as I put those new tubes in and I started playing on that amplifier, and I was sitting right in front of it over here on the couch and it was in pieces, I had the best fucking sound I've ever had on my guitar. I was playing things I've never played before. It was amazing. I put it all back together and I put it back over here, and it's play the Forbidden Riff. It's not the same. There's something different. And I'm trying to figure out what is on in here or what is different that was different before. But nothing changed except for I put the back on the I screwed the back on, and I moved the amp over here. Whoa, dark light reverb. Huh, I've never seen that before. I might have to try that. There's a setting on the back of my amp for the reverb adjustment. I've never seen that before. I didn't even know that was there. Dark or light reverb. Huh. I'm kind of looking forward to that. Iceman is here, so it's time to smoke. Now, the good news is I've got a dab ready, and I'm going to melt it right onto this bowl that I've got ready as well. Yeah, it was so nice to hear my mother's voice and that she's sounding, hey, what's up, son? So nice to hear her sounding healthy and good, you know. COVID is scary as shit, man. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is a tiz for all. Cheers, everybody. Smoke along with me, please. I'm going to set this bitch on fire if I can. Cyber Reload style. Thank you, Ice. Oh my god, that fucking... I forgot there was a dab on top of that. It just fucked me up, son. It tasted good, too. Thank you guys for not leaving when I played around with my guitar for a few minutes. I appreciate that. I know I did it longer than I wanted to. I thought I was just going to play it for a second, but it wasn't doing what I thought it was going to do. I mean, it does sound amazing. Don't get me wrong. It sounds way better. But, man, it sounded even better 20 minutes ago. And I should leave the amp on and heat it up and see if that's the difference that it makes. So I've got it on right now. I'll heat it up and I'll see if that... I switched through all 5 of my switch selectors on my guitar, and there was no noise on any of them. I couldn't believe I could hear every pickup selection, and there was no hum. And now all of a sudden there is a hum again. I thought it was because there were new tubes that there was no hum, but it's something else, man, and it might be something electronic in here. Something electronic that's on now that wasn't on before. That's the light. The center light was what was on. That. I wonder if that was it. Huh. I don't know. It's pretty quiet. Hear that buzz? Maybe I need new cables. You know? That sound. That's a hell of a buzz. And it really seems like it's coming from the cable. Huh. I've got another cable somewhere around here. I don't know where I put it. It's probably in the other room. What kind of soil do you use? I just started using cocoa fibers and they have been working great. Jaden, go to naysgarden.com and there's a link at the top of the screen that says grow 4 pounds. It tells you everything I put in my soil. Are you getting results like this in your cocoa fiber? Have a short? Yeah, right. I can hear it, Jaden. I know. But how's my mom, Layla? She sounds great on the phone. I just talked to her. I wanted to talk to her right before I did this live stream so I could tell you guys how she's doing. And you know, she's doing great. She's doing great. She sounds fantastic. I would love to be able to play on your heartstrings and get sympathy, you know, and increase my Twitter following like everyone else does when they have a death or a sickness in the family or anything like that. But I refuse to do it. I'm not going to use my mom like that. You know, I just think it's important that everyone knows that my mom has it. And she's doing great, you know, so no sympathy. You guys don't have to go around getting me new followers on my Twitter account over it. I'd so much rather her do well, you know. Not nearly as big, but bulky. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. It's not about the substrate, that's for sure. It has nothing to do with how good your plants do. It's what you're feeding the root zone, and how active your root zone is. So I've got these buds here. They're a day off the plant now. It's been about 24 hours. Probably would be a lot safer to squish these than it was yesterday or 2 days ago, but I'm still gonna, you know, probably wait. And if I don't want to wait, you know, I could stick them in the dehydration cabinet, the warming cabinet that I use for my triage oil. Take some of these leaves off of here. Ooh, it smells chocolatey. I don't have an all-time favorite strain. Dude, it's like my guitar amp sounded perfect for once. Everything was perfect. And then I suddenly turn the live on to show y'all, and it all goes to shit. I mean, it doesn't all go to shit, but I lost some of it, and I want it back, man. I want it back. It was perfect. I could flip to any setting. See, now I can flip to 2 settings out of 5. But there's settings on there that I want to use and I don't want to have noise on, man. There's a glassy sound on those out of that 5-tone selector. It's I think it's in the middle. I'm not sure where it is. It might be the bridge, but whatever it is, it's noisy. It's very common for like Hendrix solos or Pearl Jam solos. You know, um, Alice in Chains solos. It's that tone, man, you know? It's like it's like there's you don't hear too much of an attack or a release on the notes. It's glassy. It's very smooth and not brittle sounding, not distorted sounding. Even though it's distorted, it's not distorted sounding. Jimi Hendrix was very, very popular using that setting on his guitar. Hey Google. Okay, Google. On a Stratocaster, what was Jimi Hendrix's favorite setting? Um, David, I thought we talked about this before, bro. I have no idea who you're talking about. The people that I interview on this show are people that inspire me. Okay? That's how I interview people. I interview people that I want on the show. You don't select my interview people, bro. I have no idea who you're talking about. You just said who? Brandy? I have no idea who Brandy is, David. I ask people on the show that I want to introduce to my audience, people that I watch, that I'm familiar with, people that inspire me. You know? I have no idea who you're talking about. I'm very surprised that you just brought up someone's name out of the blue to me like I'm supposed to know what you're talking about. How am I supposed to know who Brandy is, David? You're talking about his style. I want to hear about his tone. Somebody stole Jimi Hendrix's guitar. He had it for a year. Somebody stole it from him. People are shit, man. Hope that guy died a horrible fucking death. Douchebag. No. I'm not. You don't trim your buds and store them, Billy. You don't trim your buds and store them. This isn't for storage. I'm going to be using these buds within the next few days. Hey, Aaron. She sounds great on the phone, man. I'm really happy that she sounds really good, man. She doesn't sound sick at all. She doesn't sound congested. She's not in any pain. She's got her sense of smell back. She had slight cold. She's like, it's like she thought she had a cold. And she's doing really well. So this stuff still smells, totally fresh. It's not ready. It's funny when it's on the tree, okay? It's got this amazing smell. When you cut it, that smell goes away until you cure it. It smells like lawn cuttings right now. This stuff smells like lawn cuttings. It smells like St. Augustine grass that just got cut by a lawnmower. You start feeling better in a day? Wow. It's got a little of that affy smell going, but it's not strong yet. It will get better. Smelling that cannabis made me sneeze. Isn't that funny? Top of the hour to all of you. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabisism tisms for all. Cheers, everybody. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Where did Jimi Hendrix put his 5 selector switch? New wildfire. What? Mandatory evacuation orders in Napa. Man, they're still fucking clearing that place out. in between positions. In order for that not to pop out of place, he showed me how to take off the back scratch plate and remove the spring within the toggle switch so it would more or less stay in place. And that sound had this extra chimneyness to it. Chimneyness to it. Huh. I never knew that. I never knew that Jimi Hendrix would take the back slide cover off of a fucking three-way selector switch so it would be loose. Isn't that crazy? Jimmy play left-handed. Yeah, he played a right-handed guitar upside down and backwards. Hey, Rogan, stop it. Come here, I'll play with you. You want to play? Hey, come here, buddy. Come here. What you got? You want to play with the cat, but you don't want to play with me. Psst, unreal. Psst. Unreal. My dog doesn't like me. Psst. Oh, you guys are bored. Look at you. Huh. I guess all this talk about Jimi Hendrix's five-way selector switch fucking bored you. Oh, well. Who do I recommend you follow on Twitter? Oh, that's a great question. I recommend you follow Ron Placone, Steph Zamorano, Jimmy Dore, Real Tim Black, Kyle Kalinske, Lee Camp, Graham Elwood, Arn Ra, Thunderfoot, those people. You're welcome. Yeah, if you follow those people, man, it will make you a smarter person, man. You know? And follow me so you get that balance that you need from all of them, because a lot of them, most of them are not thinking that the system's going to collapse. And I am. And if it does, I'm the one that you're going to want to have been listening to. Because all the stuff that those people will be telling you, none of it will really matter. Right? So I'm trying to convince all of them how important off-grid living is, and that they should all switch to off-grid living, and that maybe not focus so much on politics like all of them do. Hey, Larry, she's doing good, man. I talked to her before the show, and she sounds really good. She's not hoarse or anything, and not coughing, not sneezing. She said she got her sense of smell back. Thank you for asking. I'll come back after the show and follow them all. All right, Brian, cool. Yeah. They're great. Like Graham Elwood had this guy on his show the other guy talking about UFOs, and I was like, Graham, instead of talking about UFOs, you could have been talking about gardening. Thank you, Cobra Dad. I appreciate it. Hey man, did you get your Frankie McDonald action figure? I don't even have mine yet. You like it? Do you think the economy is going to collapsing soon in the United States? The economy is going to collapse around the world. They're all going to fall. Everything. We don't have control over it. The world's getting hotter. We can't stop it from getting hotter. You guys think today is hot? Imagine every day being this hot. You know? Imagine it being like this year round. We're really close to that. Oh, man. And I'll tell you what can't take it if it happens. The plants. You know, the crops. UFOs are fun to talk about. Yeah, I disagree. I'd rather talk about growing my vegetables than talking about UFOs, something that doesn't exist. You know what's fun to talk about? The tomato I had yesterday. That was delicious. I took the seeds out of. That's fun to talk about. I want to go down there and collect some more tomatoes. Hey, Lori. My dog's so cute. Oh, bees. You guys got to see how cute he looks. Hopefully he won't move from the position he's in because he's so freaking cute. My bees. My bees. Bees. My bees. Bees. My bees. My bees. My bees. Where are you going, bees? Oh, you're looking at that? No, I won't touch that. My bees. Where'd you go, bees? Oh, you just shook the floor when you did that. Wow. It's amazing. You shake the floor. You're a floor shaker. No, don't step on the cat. Good boy. Rodney, I don't know what that word means. I've got tomatoes the size of tennis balls, still green. Yeah, I've already been harvesting tomatoes, but I've got these beefsteaks and these Mr. Stripey's out there tomatoes that they're also green and getting big. You got a pumpkin, huh? I hate fucking pumpkins. Fucking hate them. Ugh. This is what I get to look at all day, and I gotta tell you, it's awesome. I like to just look at them, hang out with them and stuff. Why are you so cute, buddy? Why are you such a cute little boy? Looking for little pieces of Oreo cookie that your daddy's dropped on the floor? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. What you got down there, buddy? Huh? What? What's that? You getting into the stuff? He's like, it smells like Oreo cookies down here. I wouldn't know why that is. I have no idea why it is. Look at that Beezle butt. Beezle butt. Look at the muscles. Do you see those rippling muscles? It's so gorgeous. You're so beautiful. You are a beautiful little boy. Yes, you are. I have bored the people to death. And it's 420. Happy 420, everybody. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isms for all. Cheers to all of you fine people. Don't panic. Cheers, guys. I guess someone's shooting a gun outside. Every time somebody does that, I should go outside with my Glock and just go, bah, 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 bah. You know, I bet you that shit would stop. Intimidate the fuck out of people. Give them return fire. Psst. Somebody's out there with their little fucking pea shooter. Yeah, yeah. Lou, it's not cannabinoid. It's fucking... It's neem oil hypermesis syndrome. That's what it is. It's when people spray cannabis with neem oil. And people throw up because of that shit. Yeah, I researched that shit. Try to blame it on cannabis, motherfucker. Come in my live stream blaming your fucking vomiting syndrome on cannabis. Thanks for clarification. Ugh, God. Nobody does return fire anymore. Psst. I'm gonna go out there with my fucking, my 40 caliber fucking, I think it's a 44. It's a saddle rifle. Go out there. Thing sounds like a fucking cannon. BAM! It's fucking, those people would fucking shit their bricks. They'd just be like, oh my God. Go out there with my shoddy. Boom! 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 I got all kinds of noisemakers. The loudest one is that SKS, man. That bitch is fucking loud. That's what it sounds like. Just cracks through the fucking atmosphere. Nobody blames cannabis anymore, pal. Psh. Unreal. Psh. Unreal. Yeah. I have to protect my hearing if I'm going to fire that Glock, man. I have to put on some earplugs. Put on my ear protection. Fuck that shit. My hearing is going anyway, you know, I can already tell. Plus, now that I got my tubes fixed in my amp, oh, it's only going to get worse. That guitar sounds so good through there now, though. Hey, Rish, what's up? you suspected some nasty relationship with pesticides. You were right in suspecting that, Lou. It's azadirachtin poisoning. I don't know what azadirachtin is, buddy. All I know is that neem oil gives people cyclical vomiting syndrome. I know that neem oil does. And I know that people try to blame it on cannabis. I know that there's a lot of fucking noob-ass bitch growers out there that use neem oil on their plants. And I know that neem oil causes that syndrome. I also know that they tell you can use neem oil up till the day of harvest. But man, if you ever smell that shit, I mean, you gotta wonder what people are thinking. It doesn't smell right. There's something with that shit, man. I fucking know. There's something in my body that turns me away from it. And sure enough, come to find out, people are getting sick from it too. You know? It isn't that I just don't like the smell. And that's really all it is. I hate the smell of fucking neem oil. I've been saying that for years. Fuck neem oil. I don't like the fucking smell. And, there's plenty of other great shit out there to use, though. My favorite is called Endol Safer Soap. It's the fucking best. So far, I haven't found anything that comes near it. You want to wipe out aphids, man? This is the stuff to use in an atomizer. Wipes them out. Knocks them back for fucking 2 months. Easy. They can't fucking... You won't see one. Guaranteed. And, you know, if you spray it once every 10 days or so, you'll never see a fucking bug. But I don't do that. I spray as little as possible. Azadirachtin. Lice. I've never had a problem with lice. I wouldn't know. That sounds pretty disgusting. Lice. You got head lice, dude? That's pretty gross. You got issues with lice, bro? Here goes the gunshots again. I guess he's reloaded. Kids sharing hats. I don't know. I don't know. You're the one talking about lice and fucking neem oil. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about over there. Psst. Nobody even does lice anymore, pal. Psst. What are you in kindergarten over there? Psst. Unreal. What do you got, children? Psst. Huh. You brought children into this world? Psst. You should be real proud of yourself. Psst. Unreal. Great time to have a baby. Psst. Unreal. Unreal, pal. You know, I want fresh buds. I want big, fat, fresh fucking buds. I want big, fat, fresh fucking buds. I'm gonna go get them. I'm gonna go get them. I'm gonna go get the big buds. So when I reach for a bud, I'm not sitting there just going through shake. I'm gonna put this shake in. I'm gonna put this shake back in that bag, and I'm gonna replace it with nothing but buds. That's what I'm gonna need. Now this amplifier should be all heated up. We should see what it sounds like. Oh, I left the chair in the wrong position again. Son of a fuck. Sorry about that. That is uninteresting when I do that. You don't believe there can be an overload of THC in the body? Lou, can you show me one case where there was an overload of THC in the body? Are we getting back to cyclical vomiting syndrome again, Lou? Is that where we are? Maybe you should go see Mountain Man do a fucking 28 gram, was it 14 or 20 fucking something gram dab in one fucking sitting, and you tell me if there can be an overload of THC in the body. I think last I heard, Mountain Man is still alive. It didn't kill him. If it didn't kill him, I don't think it's gonna kill anybody. Prepare your buds. Get exceptionally large buds and put them in your container. It's time to restock up your Jack Harrow. What you got there, son? It puts the buds in the container or it gets the hose again. Psh, nobody puts buds in the container anymore, pal. Unreal. Psh. Unreal, pal. Hey, nobody drops the lid on the floor anymore, pal. Psh. Unreal. Wow, look at that. Jack Harrow reserves are running low. I don't know what I will do. What do you think is a high level of THC? What kind of nugs? Show a nug, true OG. I've seen that beast. What do you think is high? Maybe about cyclical? What? Because I had never heard of it. I also suspect it's other things laced with herb. Yeah, it's neem oil, Lou. It's fucking neem oil, bro. Research neem oil, man. Type in neem oil vomiting. You know, Google that shit. Okay, Google. Neem oil cyclical vomiting.
These came back from a search.
Hyperemesis syndrome, a rare condition involving cyclical vomiting, may be caused by neem oil or pesticides. You got to scroll down a couple of stories on Google, but it's there. Cannabinoid. I love it. Cannabinoid cyclical vomiting syndrome. It's like, no, I don't think so. I mean, who's growing the bud? The fucking shit bud that you're smoking. Did you grow it yourself? Did you spray neem oil on it? You know? No, I didn't spray neem oil on it. I used Einstein's. Oh, you used concentrated neem oil. Gotcha. Do you believe everything you see on Google? Hope you're well. No, you have to, no, you can't believe everything you see on Google, just like I did. You had to scroll past 4 or 5 articles that all were trying to blame it on cannabis. You know, cannabinoid cyclical whatever, cannabinoid vomiting syndrome. I had to scroll past 4 or 5 of that bullshit. So no, I don't believe everything I see on Google. Fuck no. There's a lot of bullshit on there. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't just for all. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, James McGill. Cheers, Michael. James McGill. James McGill. I got something like that. I got something like that with his name on it. What? Psst, unreal. Nobody does it like that anymore, pal. What's it say right there? What's that say right there? What's that say right there? Psh, unreal, pal. Nobody does it like that anymore, pal. Psh, unreal. It's coming, James. It's coming. Hang in there, buddy. I've been having issues around here, man, getting stuff out the door. I know you ordered 7 days ago. It's really bad that I waited this long. No, because, Brian, the paper hurts my throat when I smoke a joint, so I don't smoke joints. And it's not even necessarily the paper, you know? It's just not taking it through water that hurts my throat. You know, I can't even smoke a dry pipe. It hurts my throat. I need water. I use a water bomb. Evacuation order, Morgan Valley Road. That's getting fucking close, dude. Fucking A, bro. Let me see what the fuck's going on, guys. They're shutting power down, too. This was a warning that everybody gets on their phone in the area. It was an emergency broadcast warning for evacuations. Two hours ago, rotating power outage is likely to occur Tuesday afternoon and evening. Here we go. 1 hour ago. Code 3 response, 38 comments. Here, that's where I'll get the information. It's that Napa fire. It's kind of getting close to my county. Oh. Oh, this is a far, far long way. No, I'm good. There was lightning last night. "300 acres, well-established, moderate rate of spread." They're live tweeting this right now. They're live posting this on Facebook. So, what's the exact location? Here it is. That is really, really far away from me. Probably about, I don't know, fucking 10, 15 miles away, something like that. It's, it's 47 minutes away, so... Oh, it's 22 miles from here. That's 22 miles away, guys. It's nowhere near me. I could turn on the scanner, you know? We'll hear how they're if they're making, progress on it, or if it's getting bigger.
Right now, savings count more than ever.
Savings count more than ever. Savings. 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 Savings count more than ever.
Last year,
Here we go. See if they're talking.
Fresh fire folder. Did you guys get lunches yet?
It's interesting. It only comes out of the left side of my.
System me out. We got some for you right here.
I wonder why it's not. It's not
1418. Near smoke report just south of Grizzly Point. Appears to be in between Hidden Valley and Milltown off of the end of Grange Road. Can you confirm the great smoke from that area? From there, as far as the
Thanks, Nick.
previous incident, I'm dispatched to, I'm in the area, unable to locate anything right now. And I would say if we've got something in the valley area, we should prioritize that. Then we're going to call this 1647.
It's 22 miles away.
That's it, brother. County 1418.
Hopefully it rained there the last couple of days.
Brush fire 32. Just use that way and try to get confirmation. If it looks like established fires, then let me know. We'll divert resources.
But they're so hard to understand.
North of you, you have that knob that's starting to get fire on top of it. Just a heads up that it could start to brand underneath you guys, starting to come in alignment with the wind and start pushing itself calm over the top of you. Description of the column. Or acre of grass. I cannot see that base of the fire.
7, please, 97, go ahead.
Zero, 3, 2.
Came in on the right side. It was left and right. That was weird. That panned over to the right side. That was so weird. Where that woman.
We have County 1418. Can we start the wildland dispatch to
It
the
is clear.
new fire you just reported to me?
Yes, the address was Hidden Valley Lake, last 49464.
Atlanta permanent 1649.
It's picking up two channels. I guess it's two channels.
1418, decision 1480, leading them for attack, but it's Morgan Valley Fire.
That's who I just heard on the other
Your
channel.
attack, your bike. Plenty of room to get in and out of the driveway, so just 422 for now. Range 5 from the complex, it's your fire and your attack. Dispatch.
Oh man.
You're ready. Q700.
I'll tell you what's going on. What you're hearing is you've got a spotter airplane. It's like a P-38 Lightning type airplane that they've converted. It's like a World War II.
I'll be 1098, no one's home.
It's a dual fuselage plane, right? It's got 2 fuselages. And that's the spotter plane. That thing flies around.
1489 on E-form.
Flies around in circles.
Hold your traffic.
It tells everybody what's going on from the highest point. Then you've got a helicopter coming in.
13-4, I see you west there, tax aircraft.
And the helicopter's dumping water, okay? And it's got a big snorkel underneath it. It can dump the water, and they can go to a lake, can go to the lake, and it can suck water up with that giant snorkel and go back over and dump more water. And then you've got a 747 jet, and that thing's flying around in the opposite circle of, you know, you've got this P-38, and then you've got the 747 flying underneath it, and it's dropping that bright red flame retardant, that thing. And then you've got everybody on the ground. You've got bulldozers, you've got trucks, you've got crews, and all of these guys are communicating with each other. And they're all trying to stay off the radio as much as possible to do their job. Slow Ski, Bong Loaded, what's up, guys? How's it going? I'll smoke to that, man. I'll smoke to y'all getting here.
6221, engine 1487 en route, engine 5531, engine 1458, engine 1491, engine 214, engine 8031. Two engines on order from the M&F. Engine 6561. One dozer on order from DTU. Water tender 611. Vegetation fire. Reported as possibly quarter acre in grass. Off of Grange Road, Highway 29. Grange SE. County D-Fire 22. All units stand by for response. Check back. 1653.
Dude, that means they sent 6 fire engines and a bulldozer to that fire. Meanwhile, they've got another fire that broke out that they need to go try to deal with too. So now the one...
Engine 221, engine 1487, engine 5531, engine 1468, engine 1491, engine 214, engine 8031. Two orders on, two engines on order from the M&F.
6.
Engine 6561. One engine on, correction, one dozer on order from BTU. Water tender 611. Vegetation fire reported off of
Grange.
Grange Road, Highway 29. Grange SE, LNU East, correction on TAC D-Fire 23. All units stand by for response. Check back 1654.
Man, it's
To assist, please call back there if you advise. Probably a 20-minute ETA. I can be en route if you still need us.
that's one of the pilots. That's one of the other pilots. You can hear the engine noise from the pilots.
Stand by.
It's obvious when you hear an airplane.
34, can I get PG&E to harness and deputy drive various estates for lines now blocking the roadway and they are hindering egress for residents?
They got power lines down. If this is all, they're just speaking English. You just gotta listen. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is for all. Cheers, everybody.
From engine 30 or 6321 on red. To the south. I don't know if he's crossing traffic with branch 3.
It's crazy. It's going out of control already. 300 fucking acres. You know, they might, the only way they might be able to get to it is from the air. Did you hear what both pilots said? They both said they're en route. Now they've been over there fighting that other fucking fire in Napa, and now they got to run over here to this other fire wherever the fuck it is, and start dropping over there. So this is what happens. We needed a crew for one fire in the air. We needed another air crew for that. Now we've had to split the resources, right? And this is why it gets out of control. Because we don't want to spend the money and get a couple more pilots and a couple more planes and a couple more choppers. And now we are exactly where we were a few years ago. You know, PG&E's lines are coming down. We just won't learn, man. No, man, we're not going to learn. We're not going to spend the money on the fire prevention on the listen to all. Oh, it's reconnecting. It got disconnected. 256 people are listening to this channel right now. Reconnecting in 3, 1. Reconnecting again, it says. So I'm having some kind of a connection issue. Maybe it's because there's so many people listening.
At Sprouts Farmers Market, we know caring for people and the planet go hand in hand.
Isn't a lot of the fires due to PG&E city lines? This might be from lightning from last night. We had lightning strikes. Could very well have been the lightning. I was like, that was a lot of radio silence. Yeah, that's because we were disconnected.
91.
Pick up personnel.
Those guys in the
11:58.
those guys in the planes won't be saying much, but you will hear the spotter plane, which has a very, it's got like a zzz. That's one of the engines headed out there. The spotter plane's got a. You'll hear the engine to it. He'll be talking a lot. He'll be the one that you hear the most. Besides the dispatcher.
LNU East, Beefheart 23, 1658.
State only engine 1478 is available. Would you like us to respond to Granger Road? Handling Medicaid Total 11 transport ride. 78 Sonic.
That sounds like a medical unit. Somebody got hurt already.
7021. Out B-Rock Road, per 1418, he wanted us to check this area for that second fire. We are UTL so far, we're almost to the end, I believe.
Top of the hour. No law regarding cannabis. I hope you guys are enjoying this broadcast. Brought to you by Ron Placone at YouTube and at Ron Placone on Twitter. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabisism, tisms for all. Cheers, everybody.
59. And 6321 has been diverted by Chief 1418 to the Grange incident. Yeah. 21, 1700.
Megsy, like 22 miles away.
For duty. Dispatch 6521 or 6561 is down staff for engine 7021 who is already dispatched. Medic 7011 will be remaining here for coverage. 6570 at this time has no further resources. W59.
Eastbound 6.
There's a picture of the fire. Here's a picture of it, guys.
Over the 11S16. Got a spot on the other side of the drainage there. I don't know if you have any air tankers available.
Air tankers.
7511.
That's clear. Is there anybody found with those residents?
Air tankers above us, right?
Anyone copy? You guys cleared both of us?
Never. Correction. 27195, I believe 59 went to is vacant. There's a trailer on some property we cleared also. I'm not sure if that was the other address, the only other house on the property.
That's someone flying over the top. That's the That's the chopper. That's the big chopper.
With a correction to the address, 15640 Mayhala Road. Yeah, water tender is 6011 is in the area and towards the end of the road, sees nothing, investigating. Tender 6011 1703.
2829 out of California, 7 Whiskey Kilo Delta 022. Looks like 2 individuals passed out in their car. 1418 Lake Bridge.
Over here. 18 engine 7021. We've driven to the end of the road. We're UTL so far out here. We do have a column of smoke coming up to the south of us, but it looks like a helicopter's already on it. Check with Q700 for his wishes for us to either return to our district or continue on to a new incident. Q15 on East Zone 6.
Down, and let them know what our plan was there on the second start where you're at, and sounds like you're UTL, so if you could close the loop with him and just go with his wishes with you guys.
Line, I don't have any replacement drivers for it.
They'll say which direction the fire's going. They will say, listen to what this. There's already a second fire that may have caught from the first one.
Let's go 4 out of Orange.
8-4 copy.
Good night, 31.
And there's a preview for the top tower. It's going to be compromised within that drainage that it's moved over to.
Yeah, chance I can keep it 2 more hours.
Here by Mosquito Canyon.
They'll name the streets that it's approaching.
Giant 1418 Water Canyon 7511 on local red.
We got that?
Lou Stewart, that's Thunderfoot. I'll find the video for you right now. I'll find the actual video for you.
10 minutes out, buddy. Come to you.
Graham Elwood's live.
Elvis, stand right up. One unit at Morgan Valley Road, Rocky Creek, and I'm starting to see a lot of traffic on Morgan Valley Road going that way. If you have somebody available, you might want to send them down there with him. You exactly. So all activity is allowed to come this way.
Fine, I copy you loud and clear. How do you copy?
This district, we are one of the only resources
So it's not
available.
one of those popular things that you hear again.
Would you like to start
We
this
need
way?
to plant more trees. Like this is somehow going to be a solution for global warming. So I'm just going to go through some cold, hard numbers just to give you a feel for maybe how impractical this actually is. You know, because you get all these news stories.
I don't know if this is
We
the
need to
one.
plant more trees and
But
1.5 billion
He
trees
talks about it
to
here.
tackle global warming. So I'm going to start with a nice simple number, which is the mass of the atmosphere. This is the goldfish bowl that we all live in. That's it. That's everything. And it's about 5 to the 18 kilograms. And the amount of CO2 in this is about 300 parts per million. It does by volume, but it's not that dissimilar by mass. Okay, it's 400 now. So what do we got? 5 to the 18 kilograms, which is of course 5 to the 15. That's the mass of the atmosphere in tons. And the CO2 was 300 parts per million. It's since increased to 400 parts per million. So it's a fraction of whatever, so component of the whole, that's 300 e to the minus 6, 300 parts per million. So if we all know the mass of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it's just that one times by that one, and that's the tons of CO2 in the atmosphere. That's when it was 300 parts per million. And of course it's gone up from 300 parts per million to 400 parts per million, so about 100 parts per million, which is that divided by 10.
It's 710. Learning with Thunderfoot and getting high with Training Day.
The anthropogenic extra CO2 from man. Okay. Now there are about 8 billion people on the planet, but I'm much later than that. So I'm going to go for 5 billion. 5 e to the 9. That's the people on Earth. So you can see at this point that if that's the extra CO2 from man in terms of tons, and that's how many people there are, let's just look at this in terms of if I were to attribute everyone their portion of the
Happy
extra
710,
CO2 in the
everybody. Cheers.
atmosphere,
No law regarding cannabis.
it's
Cannabis.
gonna be that divided
Jimmy
by
Dore
that,
is live
which is
too.
100.
We got Graham Elwood live. We got Jimmy Dore live.
100 tons.
We got Trendy Azabras live.
Which is
Cheers. Nays Garden.
extra CO2 per person. Now at this point, I'm going to come back. In fact, it's a useful number to know that just by being alive, by breathing in and out, and not dying, you put out about 1/3 of a ton per year. That's just the minimalistic amount of CO2 you can excrete per year. So that's tons metabolic. That's just what it takes to keep you alive. So how much is a typical Westerner lifestyle?
Graham and
I'll
Graham and
email
Ron are live together.
ballpark,
What?
figure
Oh
for it.
fuck, dude!
And
Dude, what's
for
going
typical
on?
Western countries,
It's a goddamn
about
perfect storm of
10
podcasting.
For the CARES Act, the largest
For,
upward transfer of wealth in the
less
history of
developed
the
places,
human
it's
race.
about 1 ton per year.
To the capital for that much. It's just be like insane. We're in crazy times. Like anything's
Everyone was living
possible.
the first world lifestyle.
Anything's possible.
You could
Oh my god. Where's my volume at? I lost my it's too much volume in my fucking stereo cutoff. It's like, it's too much, man. I'm overloading. You're overloading the circuit.
He's not afraid.
Which is a nice symbolic action, and
You're
I
not
you know,
overloading
I
the circuit with
appreciate
all
that.
the
I'm
volume
for it. I
coming
think
through.
it's
It's
good,
too
but
much.
it's,
Policies of the
a
Democratic
little less
Party
substantial.
are
I mean,
crimes of
it's
the
less
world.
substantial when you
Where
say,
is that?
hey,
Do you
we've
see
done
anything
wrong in the
their
past,
platform that
and we
take
want
care
to
of
right
the
that
workers?
wrong.
Because
That's
right
great.
now,
Presidents
the
have done it.
workers
I think it's
aren't
nice to show,
able to go
like,
to work,
you know,
and there's
society's
no
evolving.
safety net for the workers.
But I think it's a lot more substantial
So the
when you
Democrats,
say,
John Kasich used to go
we're
up at the
doing
Democratic
wrong.
Convention
Present
and
tense,
tell
we're
them that
doing
progressives
wrong,
aren't real
and
Democrats.
we're going to fix course.
And
That's a
AOC
lot more
isn't allowed to
substantial
push
because
back
there's a
on
lot
that.
of, you know, these people are
You think
alive.
she's allowed to go on
to,
stage and
see
say
the
John
benefits
Kasich is
of their part.
anti-woman and anti-worker?
And, you know,
No,
he
she's
could have
not allowed to do
pardoned
that.
Edward
And
Snowden.
she's okay with that. She doesn't push back.
Journalists and activists, all female, by the way.
You know, if she
All
went
my
out to
people
direct-
are live right now!
Speaking time they gave her at the
I
convention.
fucking love it!
Would have been another kind of thumb in your nose at Obama, because Obama was just, you know, did nothing.
The
wrong.
Democrats are counting on people who aren't in the party to tell them what they are and what they aren't. And they're expecting another guy who's not in the party, Bernie Sanders, to unite them. Literally. They bring out John Kasich to tell them who's a real Democrat and who's not, and they bring out Bernie Sanders, who they all say isn't a Democrat, to unite the party.
Policy, we won't have Medicare for all. He's not going to defund the police.
It's almost like they're just a front that stands for absolutely nothing, and we need a new party.
People in Portland are going to, you know, in cities like
Need a
that,
new party.
There's going to be federal troops that will come snatch you up in an unmarked van. The van will just have a rainbow on it, but they're going to come snatch you up, just like, you know, just like you got.
They are giving us a new party. I mean, they're, you know, the Democrats have worked really hard these last 40 years to just become
Republicans.
yes.
Well, let me ask you this.
I love what Nucho Libre says. AOC's purpose is to trick gullible progressives into thinking they have a home in an anti-worker party.
Oh,
Where it's like, if Biden is the next president.
Isolated voices of opposition within the Democratic Party have a negative consequence. They give legitimacy to the Democrats as opponents of the Republicans.
So now all of a sudden you see this situation where again things aren't really getting better. I think the protests will continue. I don't think it's not going to be like 2008 where if a Democrat becomes president, people are going to go back to sleep. I honestly don't think that's going to happen. I think on a small scale it will. I think the Alyssa Milanos of the world, for instance, they're just going to go back to brunch, which that's pretty much all they've been doing anyway, so fine.
If they can afford to, and I think this
Right.
is the difference, like you're saying, from 2008. As we talked about earlier, the 28 million evictions, that does, and that's by I hate to break it to you, that's, you know, anyone out there watching, it's bipartisan. So your MAGA hat, your vote will do, sure, it's not going to protect you from that, and the authoritarian police that have been emboldened for the last 3 to 4 decades, and you know the AUMA.
And she's not allowed to say that. AOC's not allowed to say that. Nancy Pelosi is not an opponent of the Republicans. She's not allowed to say that Nancy Pelosi is passing Trump's entire agenda, including money for the border wall. She's not allowed to say that. And so what? She doesn't. So Peter Caneo goes on, the exceptions to the general rule, meaning the people who aren't corporatists inside the Democratic Party, like AOC, so the exceptions to the general rule, like AOC, are allowed on a condition that after the primary campaigns, they urge a vote for the Democratic nominee. This must be done no matter how different that endorsed candidate's positions are from the positions taken during.
Right. And then if you got something like movement running people in 2022, 2024, I mean, you know, I think one silver lining here, if Joe Biden is the next president, I think there's 57% of people in this country that say we need a new viable party outside of the two-party duopoly. I think if Biden becomes president, I think that number gets even higher within a year of his presidency. I do think so.
I think there's a couple little historical parallels to draw from, and nothing is like this. So, you know, everyone was pretty mad at LBJ for Vietnam. You know, he ran on this, you know, I'm going to give everybody schools and everything, and he kept ramping up Vietnam. And Nixon said, I'm going to get us out of Vietnam.
Says, well, I understand that. Give me your license. Goes back to the car, comes back, gives me a ticket, says you must report to court. If you don't report to court, we're putting a warrant out for your arrest. He's an idiot.
So that's their strategy, to get that guy to appeal to Republicans to vote Democrat. That's their big idea, is to get Republicans to vote for a Democrat. They're trying to get Republicans to vote for a Republican who happens to say he's a Democrat. And that's their strategy. You know how I know? That was their strategy last time. Can I play it for you? I will play it for you.
Yeah, you should be able to. Go to the other monitor.
So Colt, go to the other monitor and hang on.
I want Trump out of there, but two, and I'm not going to vote for Joe Biden because I live in a blue state. I just can't vote for the guy. But you're right. When he wins, I'm going to be like, okay, are you going back to brunch? Because you're getting evicted no matter what. And the economic hardship and a democratically controlled Congress, and we took back, when I hear we took back the Senate, I'm going to be like, they're not going to give you UBI. They're not going to give you Medicare for all. And as somebody just put in the chat, I mean, Kamala and Joe Biden are going to crush Black Lives Matter, or just try to co-opt it and turn it into like a Pepsi commercial or some shit like that, because they will definitely try to take the teeth out of it. And that's when Black Lives Matter is going to have to really go, okay, we got our Democrat in there, Trump's gone, we got a black woman vice president, and she is kicking our ass just like Trump and Pence did. And oh wow, you know what? Maybe the Obama years weren't that great, and it's time to because everyone is waking all the, especially the white people that are waking up like, wow, there is systemic racism, you know, and I make this equation, when you tell me to the lesser of two evils, and a third party's bad, I go, you sound just like the.
Did they pass anything that Trump wanted?
No, just everything. I mean, besides everything, including money for his border wall, yes. And so, how well are the Democrats? But it's all working. You got to get Republicans to vote for your works, right? So that's the Democratic strategy. The Democratic strategy is once again, trying to get Democrats to vote. Trying to get Republicans to vote for a Democrat, just like Chuck Schumer did. So I'm going to play this and then just bump it up in post.
Bump it up in post. I love that.
Go to the other monitor.
Well, can we find it on YouTube? I'm sure we can find it.
I was hoping Mark would do that.
You send the link and then
Yeah.
you play that link.
2 evils just got you. Are you ready?
Donald Trump became president. There was this mass awakening of people that realized pandemic change. And there's a big number of those people now, which is great.
Please interview, this from Emberg33, interview request, please interview our press guy at Idris Richard, his Twitter handle, from Draft Jesse. We want Jesse as an independent write-in.
Silver lining, man. That's a silver lining. And if Movement for a People's Party, if they're trying to run people in 2022, 2024, I mean, that could be the frickin' moment, dude. That could be the moment.
Well, I'm hoping all these people that are out in this, like, look, there was just massive riots this past couple days in Seattle and Portland. Those two cities have Democratic mayors.
Yeah.
They're big blue areas, man, and the Democratic mayors are sending their police out there to beat the shit out of people. The Democratic mayors are not holding the police unions accountable. The Democratic mayors are saying, oh, these agitators and all this other crap. So I hope people are waking up that you think the Democratic Party's going to save you? Okay.
Well, look at us in California, man. We don't even need to go up to the Northwest. We can talk about what we do here at home. California, 5th largest GDP, 5th largest economy in the frickin' world. Meanwhile, whenever there's a heat wave, we might have to turn off people's powers. We might have to turn off people's power because, heaven forbid, we invest in the infrastructure we need for our grids.
I want to talk to him about that.
And having this lousy infrastructure where these fires continue to happen because, heaven forbid,
I got a fire right
these
here.
companies' profits
22 miles away.
So we have this lousy infrastructure, 5th largest GDP in the world. Can't have a proper energy infrastructure. Can't have a high-speed train. And democratically controlled. Democratically controlled. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to do anything. Well, hopefully we do. But as of right now, people are begging for AB 13, whatever it is. I forget the exact number of.
You have 4445 or AAA passenger your division right now? I have passenger 4445 on division Romeo. If it's possible, we'd like to get them bumped up to the right shoulder in division Papa for a priority stop and head and fire.
It's from 1097.
Should be acceptable. I haven't checked it. People have to decompose. But at this point in time, it's a pretty open the entire way. We're at scene of the whole home park on Lakeshore Drive. Unable to find a safe seat. A lot of them aren't marked. You have the RP step outside for us. I did your way out, no quick road. 4762. To the very end of the bridge. Dave, Mike, can tell me about, or you can pop it off. You'll see where the log in there.
Brownie.
Still information on command two.
I love Brownie.
7021 sound. Full station 3 water flows west home McKinley Hall, section B, Nass County Fire, Call for another medical, Old Highway 53.
416. Anyone say, man? Whatever been canceled to Highway 29 Grand Road.
Hey, Scott.
Old Highway 53, cross of Highland Avenue, Lake Red, 1725.
Confirming 16411.
11
Knoxville. I'd like to request immediate air support.
Copy, 1 detained. Do you want to back up?
Nothing showing at this time. Stand by for further. 2661, this information I'm in the back.
Alright, staging 663.
To give him yours? It's his personal thing.
On a place request for at least 4 dozers, and I'd like them to respond to the toll road, T-O-L-L, off Farias and Knoxville. They're right across the street from the Octagon House.
Wow, dude.
11, Taylor?
Oh my God. Dude. It's, you know, I'm not so worried about that fire coming over here. It could get really bad, but they're having a really hard time with it right now.
1727.
They're calling in everything they possibly can. 4 dozers he needs.
Did nothing ag department. There's nobody in that area. There's throughout the surrounding area. Unless you have any further, see that.
I couldn't make it out.
On Lake Red, confirming that was medic 5012 UTL.
What air to ground are you using?
Hey, Sturgeon. Welcome back.
1711, go to yellow. It's UTL, unless you have any further, we're available.
T12 down.
We make contact with the RP. Resting.
5012 at team 1727.
Great. Fine, and that's late, clearly. East 4.
Wait.
5011, we've been throughout the area, UTL for any type of patient. Unless you have any further, we'll be available. And it might not be.
No further.
But it's way behind you. Patrol Meister, maybe behind First Row. Hey, firm. Sounds like the report of the smoke on Grange is associated with Morgan Valley Fire.
Thank you.
Break. UTL Stanley, go ahead with your traffic.
37th, if you're close to that, I believe there was one on 37th and another one on 053. It appears that the fire's out here. I'm just checking for extension. Should be able to handle.
Oh, good. They got one out.
Fire. We're not going to be able to accept it here. Maybe off of Spruce Grove or the highway up that end.
11, confirm response.
That's good. They got one. They had 3 going.
Private contact with North Officer. We'll close out.
1729.
3 fucking fires. It's like listening to a football game, you know? You're going crazy.
Would you like to stay assigned to this incident along with exact 3 cancel the balance? Spruce Grove, try to check out that route. It looks like it might be there's a lot smaller of a fire, but we can barely see it. We're going to keep trying.
I'm worried about that guy over there at Lake Berryessa asking for fucking 3 dozers. You know how long it takes them to get a bulldozer out there? It's not like you just call it up and it's there, man. These guys have serious needs for more reinforcement, and they don't have it.
Code 4, that's the team.
10-6 on the side.
15-10-6 on site.
Branch 5 training, this is 1489.
Fucking low talker. What? Put it up to your mouth, dude. Talk loud. Use your words.
16, branch 3 on command. Possibly talking about, I don't believe it's in Morgan Valley, but it's up in the hills between Jerusalem Valley and Morgan Valley Road. If you have anybody that can do a flyover, that'd be probably our only way to find that.
It's getting closer. It's getting fucking closer. Motherfucker.
16 IC or design 1403, branch 3 on command 6. But no aircraft available. If you'd like to station out of that station 63, 1732.
That's 13 miles away. It's getting closer. It's getting closer fast.
1491, stay left. Single lead engine 7011 on red.
7011, Salem.
No extension. Engine 7011 will be getting information available soon.
Luckily, there's roads out there.
11 Vol 1732.
Dude, it almost seems like somebody's starting these fires because they're near roads.
91, Stanley 86. Cover station 60.
4 fucking fires.
12 1733.
Hey, Loba.
91, 1733. Branch 5 training, which is 1481, 4. About 1,000 acres, moderate to rapid rate of spread, pushing to the southeast, based on local knowledge, the wind, previous fire history, that's essentially all the way to Highway 16.
Dude, that is not good.
Negative. And additionally, we have 2 imminent structure threats. One's going to be a water treatment facility. We got locals working on putting checker line around their facility. And then working medium myself is making a stand on resident right off Morgan Valley.
Trailed off.
Task order, drive times to standard grid, so I'm not sure if that's going to solve your problem.
Hey, Chuckles. There's a fire. There's a few fires.
Protect the water treatment plant.
4 fires broke out within about 20-mile radius of where I live. It's not that close, but they're fighting the shit out of them. They're popping up everywhere.
11 Vol 1734.
It's almost like somebody's starting them intentionally.
Good.
My neighbor's out there shooting his gun.
1489 is on that fire out by Morgan Valley. So they got 1,000 acres, and they have.
Thank you, Evil F.
Threat to a water treatment plant. Can you bring a helicopter away for that? But I can do. I've only got 3 copters working right now.
Lightning.
Yeah, IWI also.
We've had a lot of arson lately.
Knoxville as well as that hill. It's going to make a full run to the ridge. I think we need to start looking at the toll road as a southern control line for anything on the east side of Berrien to Knoxville. Yeah, there you are. No additional resources needed, no additional.
Man, you know what that means. That means everything up until that point, everything up to that road is going to be... They're basically got to write it off, is what he's saying.
It's a 6-0. Response area.
I got to take Rogan for a walk. I'll be right back. I'm doing super long shows today, aren't I?
So why don't you have all three dozers work together, if that makes sense?
Sounds good. I'll have attachments. I'll have Echo 4, Echo 8, and Echo 9.
Talk to Eric Tag. Make sure you guys monitor CDF Tag 24. That's Tag 24, copy. Over.
See Utilities 4453 on command.
Engine 7021, continue code 3.
Treated and released from American Legion Ambulance. Ambulance company is inquiring if there are any more injuries on the line that they need to tend to before heading back.
There was another heat-related injury over in Division Alpha. Go direct to Division Alpha. Remember, off 583. With your permission, I'd like to release some of the resources back to the infestation coverage. Yankee Hill or Honey Hill, we're going to continue to sprint go, see if we can see anything over there, but at this time, GTL.
Battalion 1480.
1418, same way now.
And from the description, I believe this will be in close proximity to the previous fire on Morgan Valley Road. Let's go ahead and release the resources back to their facilities until we have positive confirmation. From Air Attack's report earlier, it sounded like the new one may burn into the Morgan Valley Road fire. And let me confirm things before we get resources rolling again.
Battalion 1418, 1739. Break. To the Grange incident, return to previous assignment. Engine 6321. 531. 531 out of station, we're returning to 26.
Next day, returning station 35.
Engine 8031. 31. 38. 9. Honor tender 6011. 11, be advised if you can notify PG&E, 2 of their are locked or cut to gain access. Water tender 6011, same way copies. Continuing, utility 6221.
Okay, copy.
Bill return to previous assignment 1740. 1491, confirming you'd like this to continue en route to Station 6. Engine 1491, sailing affirmative. 1741.
For Pepper, Tower detail.
Prevention 63, Command 6, 114. Prevention 63, Gulf, go ahead. In Mill Creek here at the Hillport Station, we'd like to give them to you. Where can we meet up to give them out? Maps to give to me, or you want maps from me? Because you need to hand them out to the appropriate people, to large browns. Set up a drop point at West Side Road and Mill Creek. Can you cache them there for the responders for the overhead coming in? Just large maps we have for a division or somebody in a higher overhead position. We don't have the small browns available at the time, but we can meet up at West Dry Creek and West Side. Also, if you want to call Captain Mendez in North County, he has a cache that was coincidentally just printed today, I think. Fine, Gulf, command. Sorry, I was distracted and I had to cut off our conversation prior. I'd like you to be the dozer boss for all three of those dozers and just anchor in somewhere and go direct, or as direct as possible, and work the fire where it's out of alignment. So I'm picking on one of the flanks from where it started. So wherever you want to pick a spot, anchor in it and do what you can do. We're going to head up 14,855 and time on there.
Branch 5 trainee, utility 24, LNU.
And then we'll look at maybe letting the fire just back down or doing some second firing operation with the crews that are going to be out there tonight. Pretty strong north wind through the night, so as long as you keep the wind at your back, I think you're going to be successful. I got a good copy on strong wind on the north wind tonight.
Utility 24, east.
1843 at some point tonight. There's additional on order.
Boat transport, fire, no loss there. You do have multiple spots on the east side of Berryessa and Knoxville. The water line around.
Confirming it's 97.
You can see the smoke from here. I can see the smoke right from here, guys. It's fucking crazy.
100 Battalion 14.
Okay, keep coming in Garbles. We'll have the branch 5 head up that way here shortly.
It's literally covering up the sun.
I'm also able to make contact with Mr. Hart's CEO. He received multiple warnings, both of them, and I'll be clear. Still be a tough come off.
That's a helicopter.
I think that fire is probably closer to where you're at, out in the middle, somewhere between there and Noble Ranch Road.
Here, check this out. Let me just that.
Overpass, near the pit area of the mine. It's gonna be the overpass for the entrance to the gold mine pit area.
I copy. And I am probably not going to make it out that far. That fire's been absorbed by the complex. We just need to verify that there's one additional in between that and Hidden Valley.
I know there's some orders for some Type 1 engines coming. Next strike team of Type 1 engines, the Spanish Flat area, and then after that, the next one will be Steel Canyon area. 5, now it's all that.
That's literally the smoke from Napa, guys. That's coming from south of me.
11 Tactical traffic will now go through operations. Division 4405 CIC, the tank 4413's operations.
And it shows you that the wind is blowing this direction, which kind of sucks.
11,
Did I have any further calls that are not handled?
Hey, Rogie. Rogie, no, Rogie. Be nice. I just took you for a walk, buddy. Be nice.
2511, 1747.
Please. Please. Good boy. Come here. Oh man, this shit's crazy. And you can literally see the smoke from it right here from my living room, guys. Live shot of the smoke. And it's blocking out the sun. It turns the sun orange. It makes the sun like this really red color.
For one, do you know how far away the fire is from McCarthy
Rogan.
Road?
No, be nice.
Operator 61032. 49.
Alright. Family back to 12 square starter available.
That's going to be the priority and the trigger point. If it crosses McCarty Creek, we're going to have to start switching gears a little bit here. So keep me updated on that. Additionally, give me your resource request in addition to what you already have and what you need.
All right, here we go. Tell me what you need for this fucking fire. Wow, guys, look at that shit.
Full operations, division golf, go ahead on command.
It's windy. You know, it was nice and breezy and windy outside. Just
Copy, confirming 3 Golf, 1 Charlie, and 1 Lima. Affirmative. We'll send it off Mill Creek Road to tie in with engine 1463. Hopefully coming up with a plan now to try to go somewhere direct on the left shoulder. Can they check in when they get to west side of Highway 101?
Let's see how the amp sounds now. Warmed up.
Creek Road, that's where I'd like to put them, but it's going to be based upon fire activity and transport. I don't think it makes all the way out Mill Creek Road. So depending on fire activity, fire perimeter is at that time. It's also a good option to back up the shield along the right line. Is it now operation on the next? I'm going up the driveway to 10,150 right now. I just talked to the residents, and they said that they've got a good vantage point from the residents, and then the Bucknell Ridge, if it's improved by there should be accessible. That'll take you down to Great Creek and off the creek. Full air attack on command to Tone 2. Division Golf 6300. I can stay till 1900. That's the latest I can. Both the male and female, and they believe all the other residents in the area have evacuated or just currently not here. Off the road that goes down into Great Creek down the hill. That's what I'd recommend. The fire's not there. I don't know what they can do in their time.
It's breaking up there a little bit. You hear that distortion? I don't want to hear that. I want those notes to be clean, not distorted like that.
Looks like they're waiting for an assignment. Do you want me to send them anywhere in particular? That's Stanley, your identifier.
Residents can start scouting out for structure defense. There's night 3. I'll send 1 or 2 out to Great Creek Road to kind of assess that situation and try to do some high clearance to get out Great Creek Road.
Division Sierra, Utility 24, how are you?
Stay along the road for structure defense, scouting stuff out.
Additionally, if it hasn't been done already, I think it's time to order evacuation for East Side Access Road.
Anywhere. Yeah, let's also send him out to Forester 1409. 43 to try to out myself. So we'll partner him up with either Forester 1409 or 1443 to direct the one of our authorities.
Sierra, affirmative. Sierra, 1755.
I would contact Forester 1409.
you up there now?
God, this fucking amp sounds so good.
Evacuations in place on the other side of the lake. Chris, your complex air dive, same way up. 110 Travis, Notebird.
Rugen's like, I could have totally killed you.
Rags Ridge area. Call the plane over to the Rags Ridge. I expect some spot fires on the other side. I got it. Go ahead, Bob.
Man, that's the clean channel sounding like that.
Copy all south end edge controls. Copy, U21 Metro. Branch 5, stand man. 57. Farm 7, 4399, 10 Classic Road.
Looks like the wind's changed direction. That's good. The smoke's not coming over here anymore. That's fantastic.
The fire crossed over there at the Knoxville Road, right in that tall canyon piece right there, probably 100 acres or so.
8511, 1805.
Above the lake, buddy.
I'm glad the smoke's not coming over here.
21 available, 1806.
Get up behind. I'll make it to the stage one night. Getting pretty good at the game. You know everybody knew our name, yeah. Living on rock and roll music. Well, look at my, that's kind of cool. It looks like some kind of a music video. It's kind of cool. Kind of like it.
Eric, you talked with Eric Tax about the update, 1,500 to 2,000 acres, moderate risk spread, and so it's called 0%.
Fix that shit.
Unit on command 12 with radio center.
The amplifier sounds amazing, huh? Time, drinking my wine, looking for nothing to say. Threw myself out, don't really doubt it. Making mistakes like I said. Seems to me you don't wanna talk about it. Seems to me you just turn your pretty head and walk away. Walk away. Know where I'm going, things that I'm going, no such a thing to me. places to be. Seems to me you don't wanna talk about it. Seems to me you just turn your pretty head and walk away. Walk away. Fuck yeah, dude. This goddamn amplifier sounds perfect. A little bit of noise. If I turned off all this electronic equipment, it might sound better. Like if I turn away like that. You know, or if I got a new cable. Might be the guitar cable. You know? It sounded perfect before, but good opportunity for me to play all my favorite songs. God, that sounds great. I think I figured out how to make it sound good without all the noise. Don't you cry no more. Sounds pretty amazing, huh? I like just playing it like that. yo-yo. He got it. Look at that yo-yo. He got it. Sticking in the camera. Playing on the bongos like a chimpanzee. Oh, look at that. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing. And your chicks for free. Get your money for nothing. And your chicks for free. Man, I can't believe the sound of this fucking amp. All I had to do was turn my volume level down and turn the amp up. I wonder how the clean sound is going to sound. Like that. So... Man, this thing sounds fucking amazing. I can't stop playing it. Oh my god. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys realize how much better the amp sounds now over the mics, but there's no freaking distortion on these notes anymore. How do I do that? Okay. Okay, so that's turning almost all the way up. Sounds fucking beautiful, man. sound a lot better if my fingers weren't going numb on me. Seriously. Seriously. Totally numb. Looking around for my fucking pain oil. See if it makes the numbness go away. I think Jimmy Dorsham just went off the air. Yes, they did. I just want to beat the shit out of it, you know, but I shouldn't be. It's so snappy. I just feel like I'm manhandling it, you know. Too hard. It's like this guy, it's like the fucking chair, dude. You know? Something is not making me feel natural. hear no difference in the reverb. Sounds better. If you guys can hear a difference in the amp since I put new tubes in it. Yeah? You know, it's like you can hear the fucking strings of the chords really well, man. Buffalo, New York. It sounds different. It sounds crisp. Yeah. Sounds amazing to me. Ow. I like saying ow after play shit because it hurts. My fingers. I hope you guys had fun. It's just fucking off. The amp sounds good, huh? I'm inspired, man. I hope you guys enjoyed massive shows today. Huh? We've been showing it up, showing off on Garden the Garden. Showing off, dude. Fucking 3-hour shows, 2 3-hour shows. What? Psst. You can't fuck with this. Ron Placone! Ron Placone! Ron Placone! No, he's not at the door, Rogan.